Decided to do my research and I found these between 3A and C
Sometimes
wireless earbuds. And in researching everything, like all of the brands out there that have these true wireless earbuds, these seemed to be the best. They have active noise canceling, a long battery life, a triple driver system, so you can actually change the bass, the mids, and the treble, and you have full control of the sound thanks to the app. So highly recommend them. Status Audio, one of the only sponsors we've taken on the channel, and it's because I was actually a customer before they reached out. It just works out. Go to status.co. That's status.co. Use the code Sebs Duran at checkout for a small discount, and let me know what you guys think. All right, back to the video. And also a lifelong friend of the channel and one of the main tippers and helpers, donors for this channel, David Ortmann. Thank you so much, sir, from the bottom of my heart. Penny wanted to say hi too, even though she's saying no. Say hi. Oh. You want to do a picture of a real life princess to color it?
Yes.
I don't know if they have that, babe. Real life princess coloring page. I mean, we can find you a coloring page of what's her face? The enchanted chick.
Is that like you?
That princess is pretty beautiful. You want to print out this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Children.
Stay home, you'd be better at it than me.
You have an insecurity that I would what? Like
Be better at it than me.
at staying home with the kids?
Then you go to work and you'd be better at work, so it's like you're just better than me. Like I want it to go smoothly, but I also like don't want you to get stuff done. But like I do, but I don't.
But you're like,
It's very conflicting.
that makes sense. First, a quick note from our sponsor, Status Audio. All right, so several months ago, I went on a business trip and I lost my AirPods. I loved my AirPods. And so I wanted that experience, right? The true wireless earbud. But I decided to do my research and I found these between 3A and C wireless earbuds. And in researching everything, like all of the brands out there that have these true wireless earbuds, these seemed to be the best. They have active noise canceling, a long battery life, a triple driver system, so you can actually change the bass, the mids, and the treble, and you have full control of the sound thanks to the app. So highly recommend them. Status Audio, one of the only sponsors we've taken on the channel, and it's because I was actually a customer before they reached out. It just works out. Go to status.co. That's status.co. Use the code Sebs Duran at checkout for a small discount, and let me know what you guys think. All right, back to the video. And also a lifelong friend of the channel and one of the main tippers and helpers, donors for this channel, David Ortmann. Thank you so much, sir, from the bottom of my heart. Penny wanted to say hi too, even though she's saying no. Say hi. Oh. You want to do a picture of a real life princess to color it?
Yes.
I don't know if they have that, babe. Real life princess coloring page. I mean, we can find you a coloring page of what's her face? The enchanted chick.
We're starting?
We are starting.
That was fast. I just sat down.
I mean, that was 5 minutes.
I know, but I just sat down. Usually I sit down.
Yeah,
For a
fair.
minute.
Fair. What's up, everybody? I honestly forgot to set up my music and whatnot, so we just won't
Oh,
listen to
wow.
music today.
I'm kind of blurry. That better?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I'm blurry. Yeah, it's just my camera's just being weird.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. We're going to start today's show with a lot of fun. We started the stream beautifully, I think. Some Evan dude really did not like our It's a Wonderful Life video.
We're really sorry.
Thinks
Evan.
I'm immature, thinks my alley is annoying. But you know what? That's okay. Bless you. Merry Christmas.
Here's all I'll say.
If you're having a hard day, let it out, baby. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
Here's all I'll say is it's an odd take because we've had like multiple conversations how you talked so much about how you liked the movie
Yeah.
and how you think it's great.
Yeah. He is right that I'm immature though. But
Well,
it's who,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
who I is.
That is true.
Yeah. It's who I am.
Yeah.
So who cares?
No, you're not immature. You're actually very mature. You have an immature sense of humor.
That's right.
I tell everyone, like, you have the sense of humor of a 10-year-old boy.
Not 10, 12. Like I would say 12.
12. If it
'Cause that's
can
what-
be
because-
related to farts or butts or whatever.
Yeah, so
you're
that's
like,
where it's more childish. But then I also like appreciate like a good like that's what she said joke
Yeah.
as such. So that's why I
a
think
little older.
12, 13.
Okay.
That time. Everybody say hello to my mother. My mom is here. Welcome, Mom. Mami, la quiero mucho. A lot of everyone just thanks for hanging
Love you
out.
very much.
Yeah, it is. That's right. You're learning. Again, with it being a few days before Christmas, and we also didn't do a good job at marketing today's live stream and whatnot.
No, we didn't.
It'll be intimate. It'll be fun for all of us to just hang out together. Yeah, geez, like my camera does not want to like focus on like people. It's focusing on like that and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh well. But anyway,
Well, everyone will see what I see when I take my contacts out.
do you see
blurry.
what I see?
It's just blurry.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the worst Christmas song, by the way.
It is the worst Christmas. I hate that Christmas.
If you like it, sorry. No, I'm not trying to offend.
That is the worst.
It's incredibly annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. We talked about this the other day in the car. I was like, what's like the worst?
That
is
one
it.
by far.
That one's it.
Yeah. I used to not like Little Drummer Boy, but I've grown to really like Little Drummer Boy.
Because of Angela.
No, because of Pentatonix's version of it.
Oh.
Like they freaking crush it. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Here, let's get some let's get some attraction here in the chat. Comment down below. Favorite Christmas song, least favorite Christmas song.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
Favorite?
Mary, did you know? You already talked about this last week.
That one and Silent Night.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of which, when I was putting Penny to bed just now, I was like, I want to sing a song. And I was like, hey, what song do you want?
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I've been singing Silent Night to the girls every night.
Oh, okay. Well, she's like, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that one's been a hit.
Sometimes she just makes things up, and I'll say like, well, sing it for me.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't know. And because she's just making up sounds, but she like fully sang it. I was like, she was saying, and then she was, I don't know, it was just cute. I can't mimic how she sang it. But yeah, and so then I was like, oh, Silent Night. It took me a few verses for me to understand what she was trying to sing.
Yeah.
But she just sang it. And I was like, okay. And then she had me sing it. And it was cute. End of story.
End of story. It's a fantastic story.
Yeah.
No, Penny is she's becoming a lot sweeter right now. She is still having her tantrum. She's still like whining. I would say
But
it's probably like 20% less though. It's actually gotten a little better.
I don't know that that's it. I think it's that she's learning to understand other people's feelings a little more.
Oh, interesting. So you tell her like hey, no,
oh,
don't do that.
Millie
Miss Millie's sick.
Sick, or that, because she's like, you sad? You sad? Are you happy? Like,
yeah.
She kind of gets sad and happy. Those are kind of
that's kind of
what she gets.
That's a good start.
But so I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Sure. No, well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Cool. Well, so first off, let's just take a quick look here. So first off, my dad is here as well. He wanted everyone to know. Where were you, Dad? We got a super chat that we will read right away.
Where is it?
I'll read it for you. So there's my dad. I am here too. I'm gonna get to your super chat right away. Again, thank you so much. So generous and kind of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see here. I don't know. I think do they know it's Christmas? It's pretty dang annoying.
I don't know that one, but I guess I don't need to know it. Yeah, like it's terrible.
But then I'm curious. Let's see if we can find like a very brief.
Do they know it's Christmas? What about Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer? That one's actually. Do you know what? I think it's pretty funny.
I've never heard that song.
You haven't? Okay, you'll have to do a little clip of that too. Do they know it's Christmas? We'll just skip ahead.
Oh, it's like one of these, like, okay. It's one of these, whatchamacallit?
I don't know.
Mega, like U2's in it, like all of these artists, like a
compilation thing.
Well, like a sync up.
Yeah.
I actually know what song this is.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. That song can be pretty annoying.
Mariah Carey.
Anything Mariah Carey, well said.
I kind of feel you on that one, yeah.
Favorite Reba McEntire's Christmas guest?
I'd have to tell you, though, about the Mariah Carey.
We'll go back to Mariah Carey.
Apparently, it's been streamed like 1 billion times, her song. All I Want for... So she's made like so much money from this song. But my question is like, is it because people actually want to listen to it? Or is it just because
it's become just a tradition and whatnot? Yeah.
That's what I want to know because I never actively seek that out.
Yeah, I think we were forced into it.
Yeah.
So first off, did not know Reba McEntire did Christmas music. So very interested about that. I've really enjoyed Reba McEntire on the channel. So that might be cool to know. Yeah. Listen to John Barry, Oh Holy Night. Because it's annoying or because it's good? I'm gonna guess it's because it's good. That's a beautiful song. Yeah. That
I like that one a lot too. That's up there. Yeah.
Oh Holy Night is my favorite, and Dan Bask just released his rendition, and it's epic. Let's go. Yeah, tomorrow it's a light day at work, so I'll be in here working, and I'm trying to like put up like 5 Christmas song videos.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
We'll do that one.
So yeah, we'll for sure do that one. Here, let me
write it down.
Let me get my system here.
Jane did Grandma Got Ran Over. Jane, that's my mom. If you've been on the stream, she's here every week. Grandma, but you didn't say if that's good or bad. I think it's actually a pretty funny song.
It's a funny song?
Yeah. Like, it's not a good song. It's a funny song.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay, what? Blue Christmas.
Blue Christmas. Yeah, I've posted that.
Okay.
Fairy Tale of New York.
I think I've had you listen to this song. It's not like super Christmassy, but for some reason in the UK, it's like the Christmas song.
Really?
Like that's the song.
Fairy Tale. So New York is in reference to
New York City.
Oh, to New York City. Got it. Oh yeah, duh. Because York and New York. Yeah. Okay.
But
that was stupid.
Yeah, it's a song. Like add that to your list. Do it.
Okay.
Write it down. Yeah, the guy has a terrible voice. Kate, do you remember watching the movie P.S. I Love You?
It's been a long time.
Okay, well, it's in that.
Okay.
Because the guy's Irish in that show.
Yeah.
But I love that song. Love it. So, yeah. Okay, well, wow, we got lots of suggestions.
Oh, Holy Night, Cree. You guys could do Taylor Swift's Christmas Tree Farm.
Oh, I've heard that. That's cute. Yeah.
T Swift, huh?
Yeah. Speaking of T Swift, I was going to talk to her.
She called us and she's like, look, guys, I heard that you wanted to come to the show.
No, I wish. that would be so amazing.
I would first be like, look, I just have to say really quick, I'm sorry for some things I've said on the channel about you, but I've changed my mind. You seem sweet.
Yeah. No. Okay. There's like this conspiracy theory right now
Okay.
that her and Travis Kelce are not actually dating and it's like a setup.
It's just to make like
What are your thoughts?
a setup in what way? Like they're just trying to make money?
Yeah, like because the NFL is getting all of her people and her people are getting all the NFL
What are we
people.
thinking? They broke up?
No.
because of the
The
publicity?
conspiracy theory is that the whole thing is a sham.
Got it.
So what are your thoughts?
So this is literally the first few seconds I've ever thought about this.
Yeah. So gut reaction.
No, I think they're really dating.
I do too. Like, because here's my thought. And people tell, like, if that's what you think. What does she possibly have to gain from that?
Yeah, she has everything she needs.
She would, she has way more to lose than to gain.
I would agree with that.
Like, it's not like they say, like, oh, she's getting all these NFL fans now. I'm like, is she though? I feel like they're all like mad at her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like she's, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think. So I'm like, what would she, like, I could see him having something to gain because he's gotten like way more famous and
Sure.
stuff. But yeah, so that's my thought on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of just seems like people looking for something to think about, talk about. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. We had a super chat earlier. Let's.
Oh, yeah.
I am not finding it anywhere on here though, so we might have to find it. I might not be able to highlight it. Sorry. Where did that?
Okay.
Where is that? Oh, we probably just had someone donating on the tip jar below. It wasn't a super chat.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a donation.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Still very nice.
Okay.
We have and this is funny. Mama Bear is from Kansas City. Go Chiefs.
Oh, that's fun.
So let's ask you as a native.
No, she said, I think they are dating.
I think they are dating.
Yeah.
No, but that's not the question. I was
Oh.
yeah. See, you gotta.
See, this is what happens when you're married. You start to adopt each other's quirks because I always used to get mad at you. I'm like, let me finish my thought. You think you know what I'm saying, right? Didn't I?
Yeah, actually,
Like, you think you know what I'm going to say. Let me finish because you might not know. And now I'm started doing that to you.
Interesting. Is there anything that you would do that now I'm doing?
I don't know. I'm perfect.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I have to think about that.
We will have to think about that. We'll think about it right now.
Anyway,
Just
what
keep
were you
thinking.
going to say? Kansas City.
Yeah. So, Kansas City. What's been the talk? Have you guys liked that T Swift has been, kind of taking a big part of the?
She was
of the
there
focus here,
apparently.
or
Again, sometime recently. I'm not like super good at following this. Like it's cute, but I'm not like insanely intense about this.
something like the Kardashians.
Not even that. I'm just like, let them do their thing. Like, I don't really have a dog in this fight. Like, date whoever you want. But I guess she was there and like they showed her on the thing and everyone was like cheering super loud. So
Sure.
from that, I would guess people are like pretty, because I mean, it probably brings a lot of attention and publicity to the town and the
I would
team
say,
and stuff.
yeah, I would agree with
Yeah.
that. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Let's do this real quick. So we put it on the. Actually, give everyone an update about Millie and talk about Millie being. Sick
Oh,
the
she
past
was
few
so
days.
sick.
While I load this up. Yeah. Go.
So sad. Here, you can show that picture of her.
No, because you still don't have Discord and you still haven't made it easy for us to.
Well, you need to set it up for me. I don't know how to get it.
Discord? You don't.
Yes. Don't be a smart aleck.
eh,
Be
You just-
kind.
So I don't know how to say this. You just go in the app store and look up Discord.
But I don't know what that means. I mean,
It doesn't have to mean
I
anything.
know what that means. I don't know once I get it what I do with it. I don't understand.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do a little training session. Oh, that's hilarious.
So, and it's like I go and I forget. You have to remind me. I have a lot going on.
Yeah, you do.
So, anyways, well, yeah, she was so sick. I'm pretty sure she had / has the flu. She had the fever for 2 days. She had the fever for 2 days. And I posted that meme. I'm actually going to, it was like about, I post really funny memes on Instagram. So people should like, I'm funny.
I think you're funny.
On Instagram, I feel like I post funny things. I'm not going to find it. It's way back. But it was something like day 1 of a kid being sick. They walk into your room at 3 a.m. and have thrown up in their bed. Day 2, they're miserable, but it's okay because you snuggle all day. Day 3, they have more energy, but they're still
they have more
but they're still miserable.
Jeez,
so
that sounds funny. Did you send it to me?
No, I posted it. And then it was like week 2, kids are better, but now parents are sick and you're miserable.
That's
like
funny.
Something like that. It was funnier. But yeah, so no, that was it. She came in the middle of the night and was like, her throat hurt. She didn't throw up that in the middle of the night. But then, yeah, the next day she was sick. She threw up a couple. She did come in last night and then threw up. She came in, I gotta throw up. And I was like, run.
You ran to the bathroom and
poor
thing. It's so like,
I know.
Your kids, when they're sick, it's like the saddest, most heartbreaking thing, isn't it?
I know. And then you're always like, am I sure this is okay? Like, is this, your mind goes to dark places.
Yeah.
There's like a internet kind of meme world of like mom's intrusive thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I've shown you some of those. And it'll just show like a mom walking around like doing laundry or something. And all of a sudden her thoughts are like, what if I tripped and the baby fell down the stairs and died?
Yeah,
like, like all these like intrusive thoughts that come. And I just relate hard to those. So yeah, I just sit in bed with her when she's sick and it's like, what if she's not just the flu, but it's this and we have this? And then I'm just like, stop right there.
Yeah.
This is going to a bad place.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, she seems fine now.
Well, she's getting there. Hopefully it'll be better before Christmas.
She will.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. All right, babe. Let's I'm gonna actually do a marker because I want to do a video on this. We're gonna do something interesting. We're gonna walk through our 10x gene test results. So let's remind the folks at home, how did we find out about this, what you thought, and why you wanted us to.
I was trying to explain to my friend, I'm like, I don't know how to start talking about this because you're kicking your desk. I don't know how to start talking about this because I feel like it's been like years of me just gathering little tidbits of information. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm just opening a fire hose and it's like.
Yeah.
Or because I feel like if I just share one little thing, it's like it sounds super weird and crazy. And so I'm like, I feel like I have to give the whole backstory to be like, I'm not crazy because this is how I got to this thing that it sounds crazy. Anyway. So long story short, we're all about optimizing our health. Like, how can we eat better? How can we exercise better? And it's led us to a very more holistic, natural path in life. So this guy, his name's Gary Brecka. I listened to him on Joe Rogan because you sent me a clip and I was like, that was cool. And then I listened to the whole thing and I was just like, him and I are like this.
I think I was on a trip in Little Rock, right?
Were you? I can't remember. But yeah, everything, because he's very scientific, but like his conclusions are like the ones that I like. So I naturally am like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
So he does these gene tests that it's like it's not like a blood test, right?
No.
A blood test changes because your hormones change and your health changes and all that. But a gene test is your genes that doesn't change.
Yeah.
So they test it for 5 markers that can help your health and anything. So we did it. And so we got our result.
And a big thing that we were like, the reason I was interested in it is because I have always struggled with sleep, with, being prone to depression and whatnot. And more importantly, whenever I would eat grains,
I was going to say, you're really sensitive.
My stomach would just bloat like nobody's business. And so anyway, he talked about this in the podcast and whatnot. So it made us want to just both check it out and see what we can do. So what we're going to show you, it's
these yours.
We're not sponsored by 10X, but freak, that'd be cool. Yeah, because Yeah, this was interesting. But yeah, so this is what they send you back as you get it.
And there's like a bunch of videos to watch.
So
We
again,
won't
it's
watch
a
those.
you probably already said
You
this.
clicked on the video.
I make mistakes.
No. No room for error here.
Let's see here. No, I can't remember what I was going to say.
This is what they send you back.
Yeah, so it's did you already say it's a swab?
No.
It's a cheek swab. So they send you the thing, you do it, put it back in the thing,
Mail it
back. So then you finally get this back. So I would show the videos, but then I'm sure they don't want to just show.
Yeah, and they're kind of long.
They are kind of long.
Yeah.
So you're testing for 5 gene mutations, right? And I actually didn't notice this the first time I went through it. This first one, COMT, is mind, AHCY, mind, MTRR, upper gut, MTR, lower gut, mother effer, mind, and gut.
Yeah.
Got it.
But so it says if it's, you're probably going to say this, but I'll say it. If it's green, you both of your parents, you didn't have this like gene mutation. If it's yellow, one parent passed on this mutation. And the reason they do these 5, I guess, is because they're like the most common that people can have this mutation.
Yeah.
And what he means by mutation is that like your body doesn't process whatever it is correctly, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So like your body doesn't have the ability. So we'll talk about the bottom one, MTHFR.
Yeah, that's probably the one that was most
one that
interesting
talked
to us.
about folic acid and how that's in like enriched flours and pastas and stuff.
Yeah.
How a lot of people can't process that. Like their body can't convert the fake folic acid into the usable form. So anyways, so that's what he means by mutation. So if it's yellow, you have like a 1 parent mutation. So you're like somewhat effective. If it's red, both of your parents had mutations. So you're just like, you're not doing well with that. So you had green, green, yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yeah. I was just trying to make it bigger for the folks at home, but we'll just read it to you because there's a zoom button.
There we go. Sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of cutting out for you guys, but hey, that's the name of the game. So, the mother effer. So, mother effer is a very early in the methylation cycle and can have the greatest impact on all the gene mutations.
And by methylation, it meant I've listened to like so much of it lately. It meant the ability, that conversion, right?
Yeah.
Like
converting
the
full
material into the
folate.
Usable form.
Yeah.
Whether it's that or other things.
Yeah. So mother effer can have the greatest impact on all the gene mutations. So I actually listened to something else when you brought this up. If you have this, even though others can be green, this like it's almost like a chain reaction though. If you don't have this taken care of, like everything, you'll feel other things.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's the worst gene break to have, but the easiest to fix. Many people with this genetic mutation specifically are prone to anxiety. Anxiety is a fear of the future, fear of things that haven't happened. They also tend to worry about the future because of things that have happened in the past and have a hard time letting it go. That definitely is me. That actually is me.
Yeah.
Anxiousness is a fear of the present. These people tend to treat everything as an emergency. I do tend to do that, but
it's interesting because it's like a good thing and bad thing. Because like you take things seriously.
Yeah, and I try to not I feel like it drives me to not procrastinate. Like something needs to be done.
But like if I bring something up, we're gonna have like couples therapy here. If I like bring up something like I have to like pick my battles somewhat because I know you'll take me seriously. Like you're not gonna be like, oh, she's whatever. Like I don't know if that applies to this really, but yeah, like you treat everything as I don't know if that's like the right phrasing, but you take everything seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it can be good because it, like you said, it makes you do a lot of things, but it can also be bad because it can cause anxiety. And
Yeah. So if someone has both breaks, that can be worried all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just had the one.
Just the one. So really what was nice is that like the protocol for me to treat
It's just like they're
this, yeah. So encourage take of leafy greens. I pass on that because actually okay, so this is the other thing. This is where we don't take everything he says as gospel. I disagree.
well,
like-
leafy greens. That's like lettuce. That's not cruciferous vegetables that
Yeah,
really bother you.
And like spinach is fine, but then still like a kale.
Yeah, you
messes-
don't like kale.
It's not
You
that
like
I don't like
arugula.
it. It makes me sick.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
You like arugula. Does that make you sick?
No, arugula. I like arugula. Legumes, beans, and stuff.
Yeah, you don't
Oh
like
my
those.
gosh! Like, and my mom's here. Even like growing up, we had a lot of like lentils and stuff like that. I felt sick every time.
Really?
But it's just what it is. Citrus fruit, good. I like that. I love beets, sweet, and whole grains. So that's probably the main thing that we've been doing. It's like not only have we been buying like our grass-fed meat and our raw milk and whatnot, we've recently started getting like
I look at all the labels.
looking at the labels on our grain and making sure there isn't enriched flour because that means that they sprayed folic acid on it, and I can't process that.
Yeah.
So it's like very important for me to actually get organic grains.
Yeah.
That weren't.
So I've been buying like pasta because we do. I mean, who doesn't love pasta?
Yeah.
And so you always feel better when we don't eat things like that.
Yeah.
Like when we don't have spaghetti or whatever. You're like, I love it, but I don't.
If I have just like a 20-ounce steak and literally no sides,
You feel great.
I feel my best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I've gotten like nice organic, made in Italy, whatever pasta, and you're like, oh, I feel good. Like, right?
Yeah.
When you ate it, you liked it.
Just seeing how our girls do.
Oh,
She's sleeping.
yeah. She fell asleep real fast.
That's my sweet girl.
Um.
No, exactly. So that's been helping.
Anyways, so yeah,
So avoiding folic acid in supplements
it's like-
and fortified foods.
buy organic
Right.
or imported grain
Avoid them. Yeah.
and flour sources instead, as they're not usually sprayed with folic
Yeah.
acid.
And then, so we have started also supplementing. I did buy this and we're waiting for this to be delivered. But when we first listened to that Gary Brecka guy, he brought up getting a methylated multivitamin.
Mhm.
And I did get all of us some.
Mhm.
Did I feel different with it? Not really.
Mhm.
Except that I think there is still something to this. A lot of the multivitamins that I would take, like when I would urinate,
Yeah.
it was like sparkling yellow. Like it was. I know this is gross, but like unnatural,
Yeah.
right? I started taking this, and it doesn't do that. Now, the reason that would happen to my urine is because your body can't process the vitamins in it, so it's just getting rid of it.
Yeah.
That it wasn't happening with that. So I was like,
Interesting.
that's so, like, not once. Like,
Yeah.
And
so
I drink a lot.
Like it was.
Yeah, yes. Like, can I easily say my energy levels are so high? No, I feel decent. I feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I feel fine.
Yeah. So the one that I had, because that was your main one.
Yeah.
My main one, I don't want to have to pull up my thing. It was the first one, the ComT one, which
Yeah.
was interesting because it did say stuff that you were like, oh, wow, yeah, that's you. Where is it? All the way at the bottom here. So the part that it said, so this was like ADD. I don't feel like I have ADD. Racing thoughts. And I don't feel like I have poor sleep. Mine
No,
is
she
yellow.
doesn't. She sleeps like a freaking
I'm a pretty good sleeper.
gosh.
Perfectionist, high self-drive. So where it said affected population may be prone to feeling internal chaos and disorganization inside the mind, which then craves external organization in their outside environment. This affected population typically have very organized closets. My closet's okay, but I like it to be organized.
Yeah.
This affected population tend to favor color-coded and alphabetically organized process. When I was a teacher, my classroom was organized. Like, there was a place for everything. Like, I do like things to be organized.
For sure.
It bothers them when things are out of place. Dishes in the sink, laundry not organized bothers them and makes it hard to work from home when things aren't clean and put away. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's okay to tell
Yeah,
folks
it's
about
fine.
this. So things were dirty in the kitchen, like not a pigsty, but kind of
There was
last week.
dishes in the sink.
And Allie was incredibly overwhelmed. She had a little
a little meltdown.
you had a little meltdown on us, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not.
It stresses me out so much.
Yeah.
Like I can't relax
Yeah,
when there's crap all over my house. Like I just can't. Like I want
and
things to
particularly,
be put away.
and particularly especially the kitchen and the living room,
Especially
like the
the
first
kitchen.
place, the main place you're at. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, and like I can't.
Yeah.
And like if our beds aren't made, which my mom's probably laughing at this because I was not organized as a kid. Like my room was a mess. And like I never made my bed.
yeah.
But I liked it to be clean, but I would shove everything in my closet and close the door. But so she's probably laughing. But my mom is definitely like this. So
Like y'all
Passed
are
down.
just stressed. Yeah, no, for sure.
but
So
I don't feel like I cannot relax if
yeah,
it's a mess. And I like can see like the grimy fingerprints and like this. It's like clean it all off. And then I can now I can relax. Like even before I eat, I want to clean up the food
yeah,
before I sit down to eat because I won't enjoy the food if the kitchen is a mess.
fair,
So anyway,
fair.
that's
No.
pretty much it with that.
Yeah, like I like things clean too,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, oh, you just closed the internet.
Sorry. I just minimized it.
Ah, good.
This is why I don't press buttons.
No, but what was I saying? Yeah, I like things clean and stuff too, but it's like I can actually no, I can't function well either if it's like like incredibly disorganized. But
Yeah.
it's not like
I don't feel like anyone really can.
no,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
especially
But-
if you're in a good place. Yeah,
Yeah, but some people can kind of ignore it and be like, "Oh, just a mess. Like, we'll be fine." I'm like, "No, my kids are done playing with these toys. I need to put them away."
yeah.
So that's it. There was
We
more
got
stuff.
Yeah, so we got some chats and stuff
Okay.
with this. So first off, we got a super chat from our really good friend Papa Wheelie.
Yeah.
Hi, Sebs and Alice. Please do. This is me with Kiala settle soon.
Kayla looks like Kayla.
Kayla. Oh, it's kind of fits. Disabled people like direct messages to you. The video on the Discord. Okay,
Okay.
we will check that out, Papa Wheelie. Okay, so some people's reactions to just what we were talking about with this. So first off, good friend of our family, Ashley. What's up?
You need to not take anxiety meds if you're in them prior to this testing an accurate result. I don't think that affects it because it's not like your blood draw where medication and food and stuff can interfere with it. It's your genes. So it's not going to change based on medication or anything like that.
And I am lucky. I'm not on anxiety medication. I've been on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on benzodiazepines and things as such. And
What's benzodiazepine?
it's a whole topic for another time. But I was lucky that I felt like I overcame my depression and anxiety just by honestly working out and eating better. Like,
yeah.
So I was able to get rid of those things by changing the body, which was nice. So I was lucky with that. So thankfully my test does not have that. First off, my brother from Japan, Nick, is here. Breastfed meat. Grass-fed meat.
Did he think you said breastfed?
Probably. You should try soba noodles. Interesting. Damon, science still out on genetics versus behavior and environment. Yeah.
Well,
but the thing is, it's multivariated, right?
Yeah.
It's all of the above. And you know what? And that's kind of nice because then focus on one thing you can control at a time. Wow, that's kind of weird. Focus on one thing you can control at a time to optimize and overcome something and
because it actually is one of my biggest pet peeves when people are like, well, that's just the way I am. Like, well, maybe it is the way you are, but we should always be trying to better ourselves.
Sure.
So like when people use that as, well, that's just the way I am. So
yeah,
sorry. Like that actually is a big pet peeve of mine. So yeah, like understanding maybe your
tendencies,
shortcomings, tendencies, whatever. And then, working to better yourself. That's what I think.
Hilarious. Probably breastfed meat sounds good all the way around. I mean, at the same time, aren't all animal proteins breastfed?
Probably. I was actually thinking that. Like,
Yeah.
it probably is breastfed.
So that's good. Maybe you should try gluten-free. Yeah, probably. But and honestly, like ever since it's been the folic acid thing though that's kind of made the difference for me. Can't help a mama's meltdown. Apparently, the gene doesn't kick in until you have your own home.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. There she comes.
Oh man. But like as I got older, I
Yeah.
cared about the cleanliness of my environment. But I also think like with the environment genetic thing, I think the fact that I did grow up, my mom was always like super organized.
Yeah.
That you like that. So then when you are in your own space, you're like, oh, I want to mimic that.
Yeah.
You know, like I told you, I would always be so, we had like, our kitchen had like a big island in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
And that was kind of just where we would set things. Like everyone has a place where you just put things. Like ours is like that side. That was our place to put things. And I can't tell you how many times I would put something there and it would get thrown away because my mom would just come in and just start throwing stuff away. And I would have so much stress. I would set something down and I would leave and I would be like, I need that paper for school. It's going to be thrown away. I need to go get it. She's going to throw it away. Like
That's
I would
funny.
be so stressed out about it. So yeah. There's my story. I'm not
There it
really
is.
very good at telling stories.
I feel like that was fine.
Okay.
But you know what? I have the same like concern.
Mhm.
I feel like I lose people when I tell a story. It's like legit been something I want to work on.
Really?
Like, I want to practice. Like, honestly, a big part of like the YouTube channel and especially yours, by the way, subscribe to Allie's, to all of you who have supported that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Life of Duran. It's awesome. The reason I'm actually really excited about that is like, I want to develop that skill, like storytelling, right? The best salespeople in the world. Like this is again, I'm in the sales profession. We talk about this all the time. The best salesmen are the best, well, salespeople, whoops. The best salespeople are the best storytellers.
Yeah.
Some of like the most, like the best comedians
Yeah.
are storytellers.
Yeah.
The people who make the most impactful speeches are storytellers. So, and then at the same time, look at the Bible. It's literally just stories.
Yeah.
And you tell a really good story, it can last millennia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
storytelling
kind of-
is one of the most important things to influence.
We kind of attach to story to whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just feel like when I would tell stories, I would like be done.
People would tune in and people would be like,
And they're still waiting for like
Yeah.
the point.
I
I'm
honestly
like-
feel the same way. Yeah.
I'm like, that's it.
There's I think this is one of those like Instagram listening to me,
Yeah.
my phone listening to me sort of things. I keep getting these things sent to me to it's like these cards that you like craft stories for so that you can practice
Oh, that's
storytelling.
fun.
And it actually like I would kind of like to do that.
Yeah, that sounds
I
fun.
would like to get it.
Yeah.
There's a little stocking stuffer. Jane, if you haven't gotten me a Christmas present yet.
Oh, she's way done.
Good.
Yeah.
Nick bringing up my brother Diego is a really funny storyteller. Yeah. Diego is a
he?
fantastic storyteller. Like absolutely fantastic. Russ just wanted to bring this up. Ew, avoid the benzos if you can. Yeah, wish I knew that before they gave it to me as a college kid.
I know.
Um,
That's what. Yeah. I don't know. I feel
There's no easy answer to anything, which is
No.
both sucks, but also kind of relieving. Like, hey, you can handle this.
yeah.
It does suck though,
Yeah.
and it might just stick with you.
Yeah.
And these things that you're hoping will fix it might make things worse.
We talked about that
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
So what's like a good thing to do that has no? So for example, lifting weights and eating right.
really
I feel
hard.
like have really hard,
Really simple, but really hard.
but they don't have side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might need the medication, but they have side effects.
Yeah.
So what are things you can be doing? And then just step by step. Have I gotten this in order yet? Cool, let's try the next. Have I gotten this in order? Let's try the next thing. Right? If it's just you're on social media too late, so you're not getting sleep, so it's just running your body down.
That was the thing it said about mine that I actually didn't talk about. It said that when you like go to sleep, because I do sleep well. I'm
Yeah.
not a bad sleeper. But it was like when you lay down to rest, your mind starts going, which this is totally my mom too, which is true. But it's not anything like crazy. I just start thinking about like, okay, tomorrow I got to do this. Did I do this today?
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do about that? Where's, Millie going to go to kindergarten? What are we going to do for this? Like, I just start thinking about like the tasks and the things to do and to think.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just a woman thing, but it did talk about it in the thing. And I was
What is a woman? I'm just kidding. I don't want to joke about that.
yeah.
But yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Like, do you do that? Because he's always said, he's like, you want to talk to me when I'm trying to go to sleep. Because like we lay down and you're like tired, ready to go to sleep. And I'm like, all right, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, let's have our conversations now.
So it happens to me in a weird moment. If I start like falling asleep, but then I'm woken up,
I know. You have a hard time.
then my mind starts going and then I won't go back to sleep. So it's like, let's say I fall asleep like at 9:30 p.m. and something wakes me up at like 9:45 or 10. Yeah, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it after.
Yeah.
So I think that's why sometimes I'm getting like stressed out.
But I try to not have.
This has gotten so much, and I know that you're doing that for, like, it is really sweet of you.
It was more like that was one of the marriage adjustment things.
For sure. And it has like motivated me to make sure like when we are together earlier to be proactive in that, like, and
because I'm like, well, when am I supposed to talk to you about?
Right. So let's talk now. So I need to meet your need of talking. Let's just but for me, let me get it done earlier. Right.
See, this is why you're such a good husband.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, you are. You're good. Like, this is going to get so corny.
It's going to get sappy.
Yeah.
Don't get sappy on me, Sorensen.
It's rare for men to be like, you are very, what's the word? Like, I don't know. You just try really hard to find ways to solve problems. Like, if it's like, I want to talk to you at night, you're having a hard time sleeping, instead of just like getting mad at me and telling me to stop, like, you try to find a solution. Like, so we don't really fight a lot. Like, we have like fights.
Which you need as a couple. Yeah.
But we don't like yell at each other and scream.
No.
Like, there's been very, very few times we've like really fought.
Yeah.
So, but it's because you're like so willing to be like, okay, well, why don't we just solve this problem?
For sure.
Like, more than me, I would say.
Well, what can I say? I don't know. My back's tight because of all the weight I'm carrying around here.
You are carrying a lot of weight.
I'm just joking. Like, you're underestimating what you do.
Thanks.
But thank you. That meant a lot.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. Don't get sappy on me here, babe.
I want to read I lost it. Ashley's, what did she say?
Trent's family has a thing. If a story is failing, they would end it with and then I found $20 to make it more interesting. That's a good idea.
That's funny. Yeah, I would like sometimes be like trying to like add to the story.
Add to the stories. Like, this did not happen.
You gotta find a way to make this better.
You know what? And I do that too.
Yeah.
So I thankfully don't lie about big things.
Yeah.
But I lie.
You're an exaggerator.
I am an exaggerator.
Totally.
And you know what? It actually sometimes haunts me. Like, I
have to call you out. So I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, thanks for doing that. Because no, for real though, like,
maybe that's
I don't feel good when it's like, why did I?
What was the point?
Do you remember Moneyball when the guy's like, how many reports did you do? He's like 27. He's like, actually 32. I don't know why I just lied to you. But I find sometimes like dumb things to lie about.
Yeah. It's like, what was the point of that? Yeah.
Again, thankfully it's not like
no.
I've
terrible.
I embezzled all this money.
Yeah.
And
no, I'm the world's worst liar. I can't even like keep a secret. I'm always like, do a present. Like, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but yeah.
Here's something. Damon Bryan, the fat electrician, is a great storyteller. Watch how he does it. Then figure out your own version.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. That does sound interesting. I mean, even his name. Like, what a great name. The fat electrician. You will remember that. Right?
Yeah, seriously. Now, a lot of people having like similar experiences. Oh, here we have a question. Okay. Is there actually a filter for
what in the world?
Just the monitor went offline.
Beep.
And we're back. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of people are struggling with a lot of things. So just before we go to some of these questions, a lot of you guys are struggling with stuff just like we are. How good does it feel that all of us have our things, man? We're not alone.
Yeah.
So to everybody dealing with either an anxiety or sleep stuff, Godspeed on the things you're trying to do for them. And then here's like the tough love part of it. If there's things you know you should be doing that will help you with it, freaking start doing it, right? Like both things. But I'm sorry.
Listen to what we say, not what we do.
Oh, that's right. We're all broken, right? That's the hard thing about like
do it. No, it's do as I say, not as I do. That's the saying.
Yeah. All right, so we did get a question. Pet lover. Hi, Sebs and Allie. What job did your dad have when you were a kid? I would love to have a job in which I can travel the world like them. Yeah, so let's
that was a loud knee slap.
Let's practice storytelling here.
Did you hear that knee slap?
It was a pretty good knee slap.
A loud
I don't think the microphone is set up to block out non-voice.
Well, you missed it. That was
Let's see if I can get
You got it.
I'm trying to see if that thing. Can you hear the slap? Can you hear the slap? So, pet lover, my parents grew up in Chile during a tumultuous time. It's something we call el golpe. It was essentially like our communist revolution and then our military coup, and just a lot of stuff happened. So my parents grew up in a tough environment, hardened, right? But because
your mom, the story that your mom.
Yeah, let's not tell her here.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't like. Yeah, so while all of this was going on, when my dad, because of this, had to grow up fast.
Yeah.
So my dad graduated from high school when he was 15, and he graduated as an accountant when he was 17. So like at 17, he was a banker essentially.
Yeah.
So when he was 15, when he graduated, my dad met Mormon missionaries. So that's why I ended up in Utah. We'll get there, right? He met Mormon missionaries, joined the church. My mom did too. They met at the church. I actually
wondered that.
Yeah.
Your mom joined too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar experience. So they both met at church. And that's when they started dating and everything. And eventually they got married. They got married. They had 3 kids. So Nick, who's on here, right? He was the last of the 3 who were born in Chile.
In 3 years, they had 3 kids.
Yeah. What's the... Is it? Can you call it Irish triplets?
If
because it's born back to back.
But if they're born within 12 months of each other, that's Irish twins. Were they born within 12 months of each other? So and then the next was within. Yeah. So probably, yeah. So Rod was born in February. Jose was born the next January. Yep. Irish.
And then Nick was born the next January. So it's
really close.
Really close.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah. So Nick. Shout out to you, bro. They had the kids. When my dad was a missionary, so before getting married, he went on a mission for the church, and they're in Chile, and he met a lot of Americans and whatnot. So I think I should interview my dad more about this. But I think a lot of this inspired my dad and my family to consider, like, why don't we try America, right? Mm-hmm. So again, think back about where they grew up, and then just. Should we try to go somewhere and live in a place where there's always the potential of like hitting the jackpot with life, right? Mm-hmm. So the American dream, not the American fantasy, but the American dream, right? Mm-hmm. So they moved over here. And remember, my dad was already an accountant. So when they moved to America, my dad went to BYU to get his master's in accounting. So came here, master's in accounting. The fourth child, by the way, my brother Diego, was born in Utah. So my dad was getting his master's and working.
3 kids and a new baby.
3 kids and a new baby. When they arrived in Utah, by the way, they had $50 in their pocket. Right? So like they went for it, man. They risked it.
I don't think I could do it.
I couldn't have done it either.
I don't think I could.
I have asked my dad about this, by the way.
Yeah.
How did you do this? And he's like, because I had no choice. Yeah. And he's like, you'd be surprised like what you can do when you just have to do it.
Yeah. That is something I feel like I have learned is like there's things in your life that happen that you think I could never do that.
Right.
And then when it happens, you do it because you have to.
No, for sure.
Like, yeah. So continue.
Exactly. So because of that, So I think because of this, when he graduated from his master's in accounting, and again, because of his experience with his church, my dad got a job with
The business.
the business end of the Mormon church. I don't know if you know, the church has quite a bit of money and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right. We're not like even remotely close to like Catholic Church and Vatican status, but yeah, the church is doing pretty good, right?
Yeah.
They've done a great job at having a centralized thing and whatnot. So my dad became an accountant for the church. So because of him being Latino, I'm thinking that's why the church was like, you'd be an amazing asset abroad, like where we're trying to build, we're like, because here in America, things are pretty well established.
Yeah.
Other countries need help.
Yeah.
So he was like, you know English and the language, you're smart. So I think he just made sense. So his first assignment sent, again, the four, like my parents with their 4 kids, so the 6 of them, to Peru. That was their first assignment abroad.
And that's where
I was born.
This man came to the world.
That's right. But I think my dad knew. So when they gave him the gig, they said, like, it's pretty common. Like, you're going to move every 3 to 5 years. Do you want this?
Yeah.
So my dad, like, found a job that we knew we were going to move a lot. So again, I hope that's sort of answering your question here. Like, there's jobs like this out there that this is what it is. And there's a lot of people who don't want to take them, actually.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to take them, you should really look for them. And again, right? Get a skill, get good at something, demonstrate how you overcome adversity and whatnot, and you'll be attractive. So you'll get the job, right? Mm-hmm. And again, if you're open to new experiences and you want that sort of thing, awesome. We loved it as a family. It did so much good for us. Nick and I, we've talked about this a bit. Nick, maybe we'll have you jump on Discord soon.
He said it wasn't working. I saw it earlier.
Oh, really? Okay, that sucks. We'll work on getting Nick on the stream next week or something. But what we're gonna do is, we'll figure that out. Where was I? I just got lost there. Actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So my dad's first assignment was Peru, and then 3 to 5 years later we moved to Ecuador, then to Chile, then to the Philippines, then Utah, then Guatemala, and then that's when I was grown up. So then I went and became a missionary. So I moved to New York City, then moved back to Guatemala, then moved back to Utah, and now I've stayed in Utah ever since, thankfully. I almost moved to Mountain View, California, because I got a job offer from Google, and I said no because I met Allie. And I said,
still here.
I said no the day after our first date,
which I didn't know.
Thankfully,
until like a week ago.
Oh man, imagine!
I literally didn't know until like you should have kept that secret till
like our whole life,
like on your deathbed.
My boss at work, by the way, he thinks he talked me out of going to Google and staying at Qualtrics, like Spencer, right? Yeah. I'm like, no, dude, I went on my first date with Alan. like, yes, our conversations did help for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I met Allie. So being third culture kids, and Nick, maybe write some chats on here.
Third culture kids.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Nick was the one that taught me. So let's pull it up for you. Third
culture kid.
Okay. You read that for the folks at home.
Where? Highlight what you want me to read. Third culture kids or third culture individuals are people who were raised in a culture other than their parents or the culture of their country or nationality, and also live in different environment during a significant part of their child development years. Typically exposed to a greater volume and variety of cultural influences than those who grow up in a particular cultural setting. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's interesting about us, right, is like, again, Nick's trilingual, right? English, Spanish, and Japanese. I'm trilingual, English, Spanish, and Chinese. I actually got pretty close with Portuguese for a sec there, but it got rusty again. I should have learned that because I think Portuguese is absolutely beautiful.
Well, I'm monolingual.
Monolingual, yeah.
Working on English still.
Yeah, so this idea of being a third culture kid, there's a trade-off, right? I don't feel like I belong anywhere until America. So that's actually why I think I'm such a passionate American immigrant.
And you've been in Utah for a long time.
And I've been in Utah now longer than everywhere else for sure. So, but I think that's why I embrace like this, like, I'm going to be American. Like, and I'm choosing this because because I felt like I didn't have like a cultural identity didn't matter much to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
The upside of that is, I think it's an upside. I think my employer wouldn't if I said this, but it made me be like, I do not care what your skin color is. I think it's completely boring discussion to have. What your race, what your eyes look like. I do not care.
More interesting is like, what do you believe? What do you think?
Exactly.
What do you do?
So that's the best part about, again, our upbringing, and especially with my dad's job. The biggest pay that they gave my dad was sending us to international schools. So we got the best schooling you could have in the world. Like, honestly, we are so blessed. And my best friends were Korean, Chinese, American, local, right? So like in Chile, like that's what it was like. In the Philippines, my band there was a Japanese guy, a Korean guy, 2 Filipinos, me, and an American. Mm-hmm. So like, but we were best friends.
And then you moved here and you hung out with a lot of Polynesian friends. Because
everyone thought I was poly because I grew out an afro. I had curly hair, but I would get a perm on the top. So I would make a full afro. So everyone thought I was Polynesian.
That's funny.
And it's also because I'm like,
You have, this is kind of a joke. He has kind of a fluid look. Because then when we were in Paris, everyone thought you were Middle Eastern.
Yeah. Which paid off a lot. We'll tell that. Actually, we should tell that story later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it really taught us that, you know, there's no differences. You can, in every culture, you're going to find the same sorts of people. You're going to find prejudiced, racist people in literally every single people. Yeah. So it actually becomes like I don't care. Like, oh, you don't like me because I'm Hispanic? That's okay, dude. You just don't know me yet. And and I feel like there's a lot of people I've actually changed their minds on those.
It is funny though, because when we dated, it didn't come up like at all. Did it? We
also dated in a time where we dated when this was starting to become a topic, but it was still not.
No, it was a topic. We just didn't care about it.
Yeah.
But no, it was definitely a topic, I would say. Maybe not as much of a hot topic, but it was a topic.
Yeah.
But no, like I didn't even think about, I don't think did you even think about it? I didn't cross my mind. Literally until we were having Millie and I was pregnant and I was like, oh, what's she going to look like?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so here's, some people might get mad at this story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Remember when Meghan Markle...
I knew you were going here. I, for some reason, I don't know what you're going to say, but I was like, we've been watching The Crown. So I knew we were going to talk Meghan Markle.
Remember when she was getting mad and saying that the royal family was like super racist and stuff? And who knows, maybe there's some racism there. I don't know. I wasn't there. But one of her example was that someone asked how dark the baby would be.
Which is a fair question.
I'm like, I feel like I asked that question about my own baby. I was like, oh, what's our, like, I didn't even think about it until I was like, what's our baby going to look like? I wonder if she's going to be dark or light. Is she going to have blonde hair? Is she going to have blue eyes? Is she
Let's be completely transparent here. I actually was nervous. I was like, oh, I want him to be brown. Because life is so much easier being brown in America.
You want our baby to be?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, frick, what if they're white?
All I remember, I just said...
Love white people. Clearly. All right.
I just said, I just want a little girl with this hair.
That's right.
That's what I said. And I got 2 of them.
And I gave it to you, baby.
I know. She came out and I was like, she got the hair. She got it. And I got 2. They have the best. People compliment me on their hair all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I went and got my hair done, she was like, your girls have adult hair. Like they don't have like little kids stringy. Like it's like full, thick adult hair.
There's a trade-off with that. Guys, we need to put more pictures up. We need to show you Penny's back. I am so scared for her. Like, someone's going to tease her and she's going to come home. It's like, I'm hairy. And I'm like, I know.
I know, because Millie doesn't have the hairy back. Penny's a little hairier than...
A little? Like...
No, I'm just saying, like, she has thicker eyebrows, too.
Yeah.
And... Yeah, like Millie's
like
hair
you would think Penny's from New Zealand because you'd call her. She looks like a kiwi.
Does she?
She's just fuzz.
Are they fuzzy?
Kiwis? Have you never had a kiwi?
Oh,
The
I thought
fruit?
you meant there's people called kiwi.
I know.
They call them-
That was my joke. It didn't land.
Ah,
it wasn't.
didn't land.
It wasn't a good joke.
Whoosh.
It wasn't a good joke. Yeah.
But no, Millie's hair is curlier, like was super curly.
Yeah.
But Penny's hair, I think she has like just different. Like she's just has more. Like her eyebrows are thicker. But Millie's a little darker. Penny's a little whiter, skin wise.
Yeah.
But interesting. Anyway, I heard a chime.
I think it was just a subscribe. I need to stop turning off the subscribes because we always get subscribes.
Oh my goodness. We
Just
are
kidding.
so cool. Okay, one has black hair, one has
white hair. Please explain.
Yeah.
Where's the white hair? Like, just because it's like pale as can be, so they have like their blonde hair is like practically white. Is that what we mean here? I'm very intrigued.
Yeah.
Pet lover, would you consider having your dad on your channel? We have had him on
We did a video.
Yeah, we did do a video with my dad to Carlos Santana. I actually have a part 2 to that for the Chilean band that I still need to still need to prep. So actually, Pet Lover, thank you for reminding me about that.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Dad, it was fun, huh? Yeah, maybe we can do one of these again just abroad. Because again, like one of our live streams, I should try to get my family like on. Like
That'd be funny.
Nick in Japan, Diego in Seattle, my family, all of them in Chile.
They do a really good job of staying in touch. Like you talk to your siblings more than I talk to my siblings, and my siblings are all within an hour of me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you talk to them. But no, I like you're
We
doing a
used to
really
talk
good job.
more like we used to talk a lot more because I wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, right? I used to wake up at that time to come here and walk on my treadmill.
Yes.
And that early here, it's nighttime for Nick. So it was a lot easier for us to talk.
Yeah.
And also back in the day, Diego was living in the Philippines too. So they were like in the same time zone. So
Yeah.
I got to talk to them in their evenings.
Yeah.
Now with Diego being in Seattle, now being a dad as well, having a kid.
Yeah.
And I have to go to the gym in the mornings now because I had to change my schedule.
Yeah.
So we haven't hung out as much as we used to, and I miss that. But maybe we need to do better like Fridays, Saturdays. Hanging out.
So I texted you a video because I just wanted to watch this funny video. I don't know why I was
Getting ready.
You've seen it before? I think like way back in the day. If people don't know, when he started reacting, he first was doing reactions to like comedy.
Yeah.
So you loved Mr. Norm.
Norm Macdonald, yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, because you sent this, I actually want to see first.
Because I think you have a reaction to it. That would be fun to watch your old Not Belly of
Harassment,
the Beast. No, I'm not racist. But
show all.
yeah, show all.
We've done this video of men can't love you and like you, right?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, so this one is a copyrighted thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
You can't watch it. Look at that old.
look how
Set it.
crappy.
We should just show that.
I'll play the video. Oh man, I do not want to see
I want
this.
to see it.
I do
back
not
in
want
the
to see this.
day-
Give me a sec.
He would react to comedy stuff. He did a lot of comedy reactions, and because I think you just wanted to laugh in the morning. You wanted to walk on your treadmill and get some laughs, and so
yeah.
and then it slowly morphed into more music and but
Okay,
yeah. So you showed me this guy, and I thought he was so funny, and for some reason I was just remembering it.
Oh
What's
my
up,
god,
guys?
Your hair was so long.
it was long.
So this was when? When was this? 2020?
Hold up,
And he was in our.
So I have this video unlisted, yeah, because it was 3 years ago.
So 2020.
Yeah,
So-
this is when it like the channel and everything started.
Yeah. But we had him. We were in a different house. We had a townhome, and we had a basement that was finished. But we had.
I'm gonna give it a dislike.
No, we had a storage room. And he just put his treadmill in the storage room. We basically like built the basement around, like, I don't even think we moved the treadmill in there. It was just there.
Yeah.
And he set up this whole like treadmill recording studio in his storage room in our basement. And you loved it. You were like, my studio is awesome. You loved being there. I was like, because in the store, like people are gonna think I'm the meanest wife ever. Like he has to go to the storage room
to do this, but no, I liked it. It was the man cave of solitude. Yeah, it was a cave of solitude. My gosh, we've gone a long way.
Yeah, but I want. Can you watch one of his things? He had some funny things that I was remembering.
Yeah, this is like painful to like see like stuff I used to do. So like,
yeah, see some
secret Beatles fan.
No.
High quality white woman.
What's the one I remember?
Tolu. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I just remembered that one where he was like, we want you around. But how does he say it?
It's like, maybe let's look up Patrice O'Neill, like a short. Patrice, because if it's a short.
Okay.
Patrice O'Neill. Let's see if we can find a short here. Okay. This might be a long walk for a short drink of water.
Or no drink of water.
There,
that's what it, right there.
Men want to be alone, but we don't want to be by ourselves. We want you somewhere, like on the roof, anywhere, but just not in front of me, trying to be my friend. What you doing? Watching baseball? Why you watching baseball by yourself? Move over. Move your leg off that ottoman. What, you eating a hamburger? You shouldn't be eating a hamburger at 11. Let me go make you a better sandwich, a turkey sandwich on 47 grain bread.
47.
No mayonnaise and bean sprouts. Tastes like rat turds and twigs. Ain't that better? Why is the TV so loud? Well, turn it down. Ain't that better? Can't hear the TV. Got a dry sandwich. You know what? Why is the ceiling fan and the air conditioner? Turn it off. Ain't that better? Sweating, wrapped up into a hot vine. Can't hear the TV. Got a dry sandwich. Why is it so dark in here? Let some sunlight in. Ain't that better? Men want to be
but
alone,
just that line.
but we don't want to be by ourselves.
But we quote, ain't that better? Like all the time.
It's because
when I
of this.
start to intrude and I'm like, do this. Ain't that better?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was one of my favorite of all time.
Patrice O'Neill, rest in peace, bro. So sad. He was in The Office, the first few seasons of The Office.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was one of the warehouse guys.
He played in the most epic basketball game of all time.
That's right. Michael Scott basketball game.
That's right. Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny.
So
yeah,
funny.
he's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss the comedy days.
There's some more.
The only reason I don't is because a lot of people are like sending me like their tips and donations with requests.
You do have a backlog.
I just feel like I have to prioritize those.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
It means the world to me.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. We'll send in some tips for comedy.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Oh, hey. I want to bring up Island. Okay, so...
It's not...
I know. Okay. It's not pull up. So we got a message here from Island Life. Is anyone else working?
No, they're not coming up anymore. Sorry.
It could be. I don't know what it is. So Island Life at 60 degrees. So Island is one of the oldest subscribers to the channel.
Mm.
He was here during the comedy days and like Norman and stuff. That light right there, he donated to us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like I still have it.
Thanks.
So Island essentially, manages one of the OGs. Island Life manages like a soccer team, lives in Canada and whatnot.
Mm.
So just thanks for being here. Absolutely awesome. And yeah, gosh, Norm Macdonald. It was just so weird because like we got into Norm Macdonald on the channel.
Like right before
we
he
went
died.
straight into rabbit hole and he died. Yeah.
Yeah, you were really sad.
It was the first time I cried for a celebrity dying.
Yeah, you were.
And I think what was different, again, I discovered him during the pandemic, right?
Mhm.
And with that, like, he became like the cathartic,
Yeah.
comforting thing during the pandemic, because that was like stressful for us, because we were one of those people, we didn't want to do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
we didn't want to do it. To each their own, though.
Well, that was with I'll sidetrack here. We're just going to do this a little bit and then we'll come back to what you're saying.
Okay.
No, you finish first. Then I'll start. I didn't forget, but
Yeah, but so he brought a lot of comfort during this like time, and I spent so much time walking on that treadmill listening to him,
Mhm.
and yeah, he made that time light, and then he died. Like,
Mhm.
so he was like the person I was getting to know in a way, and then yeah,
Yeah.
that was sad. Rest in peace, Norm.
Yeah.
That old chunk of coal. It's a joke of it.
Inside joke. Gotcha. Oh, okay. So, I mean, we don't have much more to share except we were going to say.
We were doing some Q&A. We have a few more questions
Oh,
here.
okay.
So we have another question. Again, I don't know why it's not working for me to
Pull it up.
pull it up. But hey, that's the name of the game. Let me try one thing.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So we got one more question. Pet lover, is Sebastian the youngest of his siblings? Yeah, I am. Youngest of 5.
And I'm the youngest of Quattro,
So we're both the youngest.
4. So a couple of spoiled
Yep.
kids here.
Definitely the most privileged, for sure. Which is weird because I read a Thomas Sowell, I was reading a Thomas Sowell book, and he talked about how, right, his whole point is like, it's understandable that you would want equal outcome, right? Because
Mhm.
as a parent, I want my kids to be just as successful,
Mhm.
but it's not going to happen,
Mhm.
right? Everyone's going to have different levels. So, he tries to make the point often of like, if you can't even guarantee equal outcome in
Okay.
one family,
Yeah.
how do you do this in
Yeah.
a nation and things
Yeah.
like such?
Yeah.
But the stat he brought up, it's like, and he's like, one of the unfairnesses, I don't know what the word is,
Mhm.
of life is like the first child typically has a much higher IQ, and it's progressively goes down with each kid.
So we're the dumbest.
The
Couple
only,
of dummies.
this is my only, where I think it's actually different for us. I think it's the same for you. The gap between the oldest siblings and the youngest is actually quite large.
Yeah, well, so in my family,
So I
there's
did-
boys and then girls. So I'm the
Yeah.
youngest
Yeah.
and the youngest of the
Yeah.
second little group.
So granted, his stat is kind of misleading because it's like, is it
Well, and it's
is it
always-
just being the first child, or would a better stat be time spent talking to their
Yeah,
parents?
but it's also a stat, not a fact.
For sure.
It's not every time this is
Yeah.
true.
My thought,
Because I'm obviously the smartest of
for
them.
sure, 1,000%. The reason I feel like I had the easiest time at it with my brothers is I had my parents and a 14, 13, 12-year-old older
Yeah.
brother and a brother who was 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
And so I did have all this attention, but I was being taught,
Yeah.
right? And I had people talk to me when I
Yeah.
was young.
Yeah.
So I was
Oh, getting
a huge
tired.
beneficiary. Yeah, it's getting late.
Sorry.
And it's been a
Well, we
long
were
day.
going to talk about my channel.
Yeah, let's do it.
Remember, that's the last thing. Because we're starting kind of a spin-off. That's what you would call it, right? Like a TV show has
Yeah.
a spin-off.
Yeah.
So my channel's kind of a spin-off. Just doing more family things. I'm going to do some kind of workout, health things.
TBD, what you want to do? Kind of like not TBD, but we'll keep going at it.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I literally have 2 videos posted, but it's been super fun. And yeah, and like worst case scenario, it's something that I can have for my kids to look back on. Like I think we talked about this last week or something, that I love seeing like family videos and looking back, and like I would love it if my parents had a catalog of YouTube videos from 1970, whatever. Like
Yeah.
that would be so cool to look at, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so worst case scenario, that's what it is. But yeah, so we've made a couple videos. Did you want to watch one of them?
Yeah. I was actually wanting to kind of watch both.
I spent so long.
Yeah. So tell the people what.
Hold on. Because I had to learn how to do it.
That's the other part that we're excited about you doing this. It's like, it's just a
So
new,
the second
it's a new
video
skill.
was a lot faster.
Right.
The first one, I spent like a freaking hour and a half making the little do diddly do do, right?
Yeah.
Because like we filmed it, and I had to figure out how to speed it up and do that. Like I had it in my head what I wanted it to look like. It took me literally an hour and a half to make it, but I was happy with how it turned out. Side story: I made a different video for our first video.
Longer.
It was like 7 minutes long, and I made it, and something happened, and we lost it. Blessing in disguise, because it was terrible. This was way better. So it was my practice round.
This is
So a
practice.
lot of effort
I'm
went
just
into
proud
this
of you.
stinky little video.
I'm just so like you said, this is for
Yeah.
us, but then also if it's about us practicing storytelling,
Yeah.
if it's us practicing learning skills and doing things like this, that's probably what would give it the best chance at doing well anyway.
Yeah.
So let's just
No,
focus
it's
on
just
that.
funny that it's like it took me so long to make this like not that impressive video.
But hey,
Hey everyone, we're the Durans. This is Sebastian. On his way
Why
to
does
me.
it-
you're embarrassed.
Yes. Like, I
After
sound
months
like
and
a
months of
moron.
asking and asking and asking,
Why
I
does
finally
anyone
said
let me
yes.
talk? Like,
It was totally worth it. We met on Tinder.
I feel the same.
I wrote her a message that
Okay, I'm just gonna pause it there. I'm proud of myself for what I did here.
what?
Okay, so
The suit? The
so
knight in shining armor?
yeah, my oldest daughter for her birthday, we did a princess party.
It was so
And
cute.
I tried to surprise Allie too, but she opened my Amazon box without me asking me. I ordered that princess costume, and I just wanted to just surprise everybody,
Mhm.
just show up at the party, just dressed like a prince. But I also got it because I wanted to, like, my kids love playing dress up here, and I wanted to play with them.
It
So
was
I feel
cute.
like I'm a cool dad. Moment.
It was. Everyone was
I
like,
just said,
"You do that."
"What's up, cheat?" She responded back, "Cheat," and we started talking.
That's when we were
And lo
engaged.
and behold, we started going out on dates.
Look at that.
Was having a baby.
That's right.
That was technically Penny.
Just gotta stick.
They
So-
weren't like in line.
So also, if you're kind of new to the channel, we had a big scare with Millie, the oldest, when she was born.
Yeah, so that was the first time I actually saw her.
With
I
it.
didn't see her.
Yeah, you didn't see her.
Pregnant and I was having a baby.
That
I'm gonna mute it there.
Yeah, I didn't see her when she came out. She was like I didn't see her for 4 hours. So she was 4 hours old. And that was the first time I saw her. So yeah, I was crying.
Yeah, the poor babe.
I know. I don't. Oh. Yeah.
Like that was a scary. It was a scary time, but it was one
Yeah.
of the most like unifying for us.
Yeah,
going
I
through
don't
that
ever
together.
want to do it again.
Nah, I'd be good not doing it too.
beautiful girls.
Taking them to church is a big part of our life.
Fitness is a big part of our life. I mean, look at that bod.
Look at that bod, though. Come on, look at that.
Thanks.
You see it? Look at like look at the striations in your like obliques, and look at the tone on your shoulders. Let's run it back.
Fitness is a big part of our
Look
life.
at that. Look, and okay, other thing. The deadlift is one of the hardest things to do properly for people.
I am pretty.
This
good.
girl, from the first time I taught her how to deadlift, impeccable form. So let's run it back. Look.
It is my humble brag. I'm like, I'm pretty good at that.
Church is a big part of our life.
Look at this. Perfect. Look.
Fitness is a big part of our life. I mean, look at that bod.
Look at that.
And of course, we just
Perfect
love
straight back.
spending our quiet moments together, slobber and all.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty.
She's got to be getting her back molar soon. Like she keeps slobbering and putting her hand in her mouth.
I don't know. That's just nasty.
She's a slow teether.
But look how beautiful these girls are. They love each other as crazy as they are.
Did you know that the average pig has a lower body fat than the average American?
That's hilarious.
Millie's our little dainty princess.
Eddie's just the destroyer. But look at that smile.
I know.
Gosh, man.
She has had like she smiles. That's how like literally I have pictures of her 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
It's like a full open mouth smile every time. And her little school picture was
Yep.
Luckily, so far, they're the best of friends.
We need to pull that out for inside.
Hope they always remember that.
TBD.
Oh, and can't forget, we also have
The Disney trip, best trip ever, and we
That
were
was fun.
we were still making money. I was still doing well at work.
a dog.
That's Gunner, by the way.
That's us. Hope you'll like and subscribe and follow along with Life of Duran.
This one right here, Chucky Forever.
Took me an hour and a half.
But now you
But
can
I
use
was so proud of the dun, dun.
because then you can
Hey
use that in
everyone,
every
we're the
video.
Durans.
Whoops.
I used it in the second. That's the point. As it was going to be in every video.
Let's watch the intro for this second one.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's
look at
December.
her.
That means our life.
Like, look how you don't understand. Like, how many people will talk to me about how attractive my wife is?
Thank you.
Like, it's kind of weird at times. Like weird. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're married, and I'm married. Yeah. So anyway,
Well, thank
Lives are crazy. We've overscheduled, overeaten, and overspent. But I'd like to take a few moments.
there it is. Bringing it back. Yeah, that was clever. No, you did that. Well,
Did
Allie's.
you not watch that video?
I did watch it
Oh.
multiple times.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just proud of you. Let's give yourself a like.
Give me a like. Anyway, so follow along. I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 videos a week.
We would
Takes
love
a little
to.
more time to edit.
We would love to hear your thoughts, though.
Yeah, I want to do. I actually am probably going to repost Penny's birth video because I feel like it fits this page more. We have like a 20-minute video we made of her birth story.
Yeah.
Not of Millie's because it just didn't work out. Like there was too many. I wanted to, but didn't work out. And then, so I have a mic and like a stand I want to set up and do kind of some exercise videos and like some food things. We're going to, upcoming, Jane is going to make an appearance on my channel.
Because
We're going to make trifle. So if you ever wanted to make trifle,
There we go.
we're going to make trifle.
Yeah.
Just like how Rachel Green does in Friends.
Yeah. So when you were telling me your idea about for the channel, it was family, faith, fitness,
Mm-hmm.
and as I am interpreting it, but correct me if I'm wrong, what you're wanting to promote with those 3 things, right? Like, because again, there's millions of family vlog channels out there.
Yeah.
No idea what. So again, that's where the focus is. This is for us.
Yeah.
We're not trying
I'm
to be
doing
these.
anything that original.
We don't want to be influencers.
Yeah.
Like, because frankly, influencers are kind of annoying because it's like we're all so broken. Like,
Yeah. Well, I understand. I'm not doing anything like
yeah, this is for us
groundbreaking.
for sure. But I think there is something too that you promoting those things. That the message is like you have a lot of fitness influencers out there,
Mm-hmm.
and oftentimes they are giving up family for it or faith for it,
Mhm.
right? People who focus on faith on their channels, a lot of them give up fitness,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like they, for some reason, those 3 things have become mutually exclusive for a lot of people,
Mm.
but not for you. And I
Yeah.
think that is something interesting that you have to offer the world is like, how did you manage that? And I think the
But I
message
feel
is
like it's
like-
that they're all connected. Like I've told you so many times when I'm working out at the gym or something, like my mind is more clear and I get way more insights into like, we should do this. We should do this. Like our
Yeah.
family needs to do this. Or and then
to think like I am working out for my family and
Yeah.
for my faith.
and like my
Yeah.
spirituality has a lot to do with taking care of my body because of just my beliefs are very much intertwined with like this, like the spirit, your bodies are spiritual and that just, it all just is connected. And obviously family fits into
Yeah.
spirituality really easy, but it also involves fitness because there's so many studies and things that show like if the mom in particular is, puts health as a priority, like your kids will be so much healthier just
Yeah.
without or even trying.
Yeah.
Just that example.
And again, you're not trying to be skinny, and then therefore
No.
our girls develop these like poor
No.
self-esteem.
My
No, you want them to be strong,
Yeah.
right?
But here's the thing. It's just a sad truth of life that they're going to get to a point in their life because every girl does where they're like, I'm fat and I want to be skinny. I want to be skinny. Every girl goes through that. And I've thought when I was a kid in my generation, like anorexia was like the big thing. So if anyone said, I wanted to go on a diet or I want to do this, it was like, no, you don't. It was very shamed. Like, that's bad. You need to eat cake and this. Like, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And it's like, what you're wanting is not bad. Like, if our girls are like, I don't want to be fat. I want to be skinny. Like, okay, what you're expressing to me is not a bad desire. What you're really trying to say is like, you want to look a certain way. Okay, like, that's not bad in and of, does that make sense? Like, but what you want to do to get there and how this is going to better your life is happening again, is I want to be able to give that knowledge, right? That starving yourself or going down these rabbit holes on social media and like getting mental health problems, like all that can happen. So if I am healthy, I can be like, listen, I know how to do this. Like, if you want to be healthy, that's a really good thing. Let's do it in the right way. Let's not do these damaging things that a lot of girls tend to try to do because they want to keep it secret. Like, it's bad.
And you're getting fit is to feel good, not to punish yourself or
right.
Yeah.
And it's taking care of your body is important, and it helps your mind and your emotions. Like, it's just all intertwined. Like, your physical health is not separate from your emotional and spiritual and mental health. They're all connected. You're one being. So yeah, I think if my girls come to me or I start noticing that they're like wanting to, suddenly they're aware.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, let's do this in a healthy way. Like,
I do have a dream.
I don't want to shame you for wanting to be in shape.
I do have a dream of my girls going to the gym with me.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cute.
That'd be cute.
I think it'd be cute.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, I would like that.
Anyway.
So then with all that, or then people think like, all right, you're going to start a family. Well, there goes your health. No.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people.
And I'm not going to lie, it's freaking hard.
Yeah.
Like, I gained so much weight getting pregnant with Penny because we had a miscarriage and Penny, and my body just gains weight. It was really hard to like, and I'm still not like, I'm like 5 pounds above what I was before, but I mean, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. Really hard. It's like we said before, it's simple, but
it's
not
hard.
Easy.
Yeah.
Simple and easy are different.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, follow the channel.
Again,
sorry, my voice is so annoying.
No, it's really not. I understand because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, for real, we would love your guys' ideas on things that like what y'all would like to see, and but at the same time, it's like the idea that comes up, just do it.
I know that's kind of what I'm gonna do.
Just record them. Just hit like the channel we like, Think Media. Sean Cannell is their slogan is just hit record.
Just start recording. Yeah. So that's it. That's really all I got to say tonight. So anything else you want to add?
All I want to say is Merry Christmas, everybody. Whether you're Christian or not, it's a very beautiful time. If you're on the fence about Christianity, Christmas is a great time to think about it and feel some things. And if you are a Christian, I'm maybe saying this more for me, not for you guys, but still. But maybe let's make that the focus. Yeah. But but like with that, one of the best ways we can make, if you're a Christian, Jesus the focus, is to have a dang good time with your family.
Mm-hmm.
So like celebrate hard. I do kind of miss those Christmases in Chile. Like the biggest dance parties we ever had were Christmas parties.
Yeah.
It was in Chile, Christmas is in summer, right? Oh, I have such memories. But like that jovial celebration. Yeah, it's the best way. So I hope all of you can experience that. If any of you are going to be alone on the holidays, my heart goes out to you, and you're not alone, right? So thank you for being here. And Freak, if you're alone for some reason, write me an email, write us. We would love to just send some love your way, right? But anyway, we appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Stay tuned.
I'm not good at saying bye.
It's pretty easy. You're just like,
Just always awkward.
all
Like,
right, bye.